Welcome back to the show. Here it is. It's Jackson and guest DJ Vesp here on the Sonic Drive Tuesday. Now I've got a very special guest on the phone. It is Dave White from Phat. The gig that we all know and love. It is the New Year's Festival. How are you going today, Dave?
Very well, thank you. Sunny Nelson.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day today. What have you been up to?
I've just been swimming, actually.
Yeah.
Taking a break from the mountains of little riding and stuff that I do at this time of the week.
Man, I'm jealous. I could do with a quick dip right about now. So we're talking about the festival. We're talking about the New Year's experience. It is Phat. Many people are familiar with it. You've had huge names in the past. Tell me a little bit about the history of Phat, the festival, and the production and everything that goes on.
Yeah, we started doing New Year's back in 2004 with Phat 05. The very first one was Pendulum and Bad Company and Digital, and Who Served New Zealand, Black Seed, Samurai Dub, Shapeshifter, Conquer Dawn, Upbeats. It's kind of started with a bang, and it's never really gone away. Things have come and gone in terms of styles. Dubstep's sort of picked its head up the last couple of years, but we're lucky in that we keep getting offered the acts that are actually doing it at the time. Like this year, we've got Excision and Datsik as our headliners, which is making a lot of people happy. We've basically managed to kind of, even though we're isolated down here in the South Island, we've basically managed to put on something that's just a bit special compared to all the other myriad of festivals that have come and gone over the years.
Definitely. And I mean, I know so many people that make sure that they make the trip down. They drive the 9 hours plus ferry just to
that's
get
the whole
there.
experience. That's what people love. Like last year, we asked people, do you want us to keep it being for 4 nights and 5 days, and or do you want us to make it a little cheaper and cut it back to 2 nights? And everybody said resoundingly, no, it's a whole week for us. You know, by the time we get there, people don't just drive from Auckland, they drive from Invercargill and all over the place. And they love the road trip as much as arriving on site.
Exactly, it's all about the experience. What else is Phat about? I mean, like what's really going down there?
It comes from the old gathering days when we used to be involved with the drum and bass zone there, and the drum and bass zone wasn't just drum and bass, it was all the live acts that did hip hop and dub and reggae and all that kind of stuff. And we just saw something that was happening there that people, the people that hung out there didn't tend to go to any of the other zones. And so that's where the idea first came from. We've been doing parties here for years before that, and we run the club in Nelson itself, which is quite small, but it's been going 8 years, and it's dedicated original music kind of thing, planted in the middle of radio bars like you get on the strip in most towns. We've kind of like carved out our own little subculture, really. It's a little bit different to what else is happening in New Zealand, but it ties in with what's happening in the other scenes around the country as well. The taster tour is always a good time when we catch up with people and find out what's going on.
Definitely, and a big part of it is, as you said, the 4 or 5 day experience, and is the camping. The area that you guys set up in is massive, and so there must be some really great experiences to go down while you're actually camping, while you're spending your time.
What people really love is they make the effort. They travel 1 or 2 days to get there, finally arrive, have a few drinks, whatever, the first night at the bar, wake up the next morning, and basically you're waking up at the party. And there's very few times you can actually do that. It's just a completely separate experience from going to a club or going to something that starts and finishes during the night. You wake up and you've got nothing that you have to do except party or go to the river or have a swim. Or this year we've got some interesting deviant activities. We've got big ups from Dunedin. The people that run the Sammys are bringing a whole circus of blow-up adventure stadiums, including soccer and sumo wrestling and climbing walls and chill-out zones and stuff. It's going to be like the bouncy castle experience for adults that's never been seen before in one place.
Sweet.
It's going to be crazy.
What is your particular favourite place to be on the days of the festival?
We're obviously kept pretty busy when it's going, but we don't really get to relax till near the end. But we've got some little spots that we just love. The bush off, all the there's different camping areas on different levels of the river flats, and they all have their own secret little spaces where you can just disappear into pure native untouched bush. The river's got all kinds of different swimming holes and stuff, and there's a lookout you can go up to and see right down the valley it's quite a special place, really.
Man, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah, we'd like to live there one day. Spend as much time as we can there. We're going down again this weekend, actually.
Man, you're selling me the lifestyle all year round. Now, are there any little secret spots like that come to mind that more people need to actually know about? Like, there might be some people going down to Phat that don't know, but there's a nice little spot that they should hit up.
They'll find them. That's the best part. Discovering it as if no one else has ever found it before, and we've got some new areas this year. The landowner who works with us quite closely, it's kind of like a hobby farm for him. It's not a serious farm, so he can play with it whenever he wants during the year, and every year he opens up new little areas which people wouldn't have seen before. We're trying to develop a new track which goes right up to the top of the hill at the moment. Whether that'll be finished or not, I'm sure people will still find their way up there.
Yeah. Man, it just sounds so good. You've had so many years of it. I mean, every New Year's, people are just piling back up all over the country with their videos and their footage and their stories and their crazy things that go on, where they got stuck in Wellington while they were trying to make it over, or what they ended up doing, who they ended up bumping into. Yep. You must have some favourite experiences from the past years. Does anything come to mind? The best thing
for us is it's kind of like a gathering of the clan, you know. It's the one time a year where all the different scenes around the country get to hook up. It's something like a lot of the DJs are basically part of our family because we've worked for them for so many years. See it as just a chance where they can all be in one place because they're always on tour and they might hook up with one act or two acts on any particular night, but it's not very often that they get to have a party, for 2 or 3 days, and a lot of them come for the whole time. Obviously, there's a few that have to rush off to Australia the next day or the day before, but quite a few of the internationals have planned to actually come and hang out for the whole 3 days this year, just because they've heard of the vibe and the secret party that happens backstage, and lots of kind of connections always come out of every Phat that you find on record, in the months following, between acts that you wouldn't have necessarily thought would have normally met up.
Sick. That's so good. I mean, like, people go to gigs and they barely even see the artists, let alone have them hang around for the gig itself, especially for 3-4 days. I mean, that's incredible.
Last year, we always have the problem we almost lose people. Last year, Being on Scream decided to go off and meet up with some people in the bush somewhere. It took about 3 hours to find them to get them on their plane to the next stage.
Maybe they did it on purpose.
Yeah, I think so. Like Andy, so he just loves it. It came down 2 years ago and complained that he was only there for a few hours, and this year he's organised things. He's organised his own plane to get to Westport so they can actually hang out for longer and actually experience the party better, which is really cool.
That is really cool. What are some of the acts that you are looking forward to yourself? Like, what are some people on the lineup that really do it for you?
Well, pretty much everyone we book because we love. Just kind of our own little privilege, I guess. But some of the New Zealand acts that are coming up through the ranks, like Medic Tune, Cyrus, Gamora, are doing some quite wicked stuff. They're not necessarily playing peak times, but it's often the time when we get to actually go over and have a bit of dance or whatever. And when things aren't too pressured, we're not trying to host someone from overseas. But obviously, being able to have Excision and Datsa, Camo and Crooked and Andy C all lined up together on one night is going to be awesome.
Yeah, man.
And the first night as well with Loafer, Breakage, Black Sun Empire and D-Bridge all lined up together as well. That's also going to be awesome with Upbeat Sandwich in the middle to strut their stuff and see how they go.
Solid, yeah. Real solid. Okay, well, where can people get tickets? How can they hook themselves up?
It's the last few days at $199. Next Monday it goes up to $249, so now it's time to get in. Just www.phatclub.co.nz.
You hear that, people? Get your Phat tickets.
In Auckland, Cosmic Corner have got them.
Sweet. Okay, and this is something I like to do in all of my interviews, regardless of how long or short they are, or with how amazing the person I'm talking to and how amazing his festival is. But it's a shameless plug. I give you the opportunity to shamelessly, and you have to do it as shamelessly as possible, plug what it is that you're doing. So why should people be going to Phat? Why should they be buying tickets?
There is absolutely nothing else that you should be doing on New Year's Eve except hiding away in the bush on the West Coast, some of the most extreme bass that can possibly descend on the planet, and if you miss out, then you'll regret it.
Oh, he puts the guilt trip on you there, right at the last. All right, well, thank you very much for the chat today, man. I hope you carry on just swimming during this phenomenal weather and just chilling out. It's a great day for it.
For sure.
And thank you very much for putting on the festival that is Phat. Have a good one.
Thank you. See you later.